Hey guys, into the end here, I have 114 packs that I've collected over the last, I don't know, month or so. I actually don't know how I got so many packs. Oh no, it's because of the patch update where they gave you a bunch of free stuff. Because of those levels that you get from factions. So I have a whole bunch of packs and I don't need anything, but I think I should open them just because. So I'm gonna go ahead and open all of these packs. For those of you who like watching people open packs, you can go ahead and watch the video. Um, but otherwise, this might be kind of boring for you. Oh, actually, no. Before I open the packs, I do have something to mention though. I realized that some of you have found me on YouTube and not on Reddit. And now, on Reddit, I've written quite a few advanced deck building guides, and I've made a few videos of those guides, but there are actually a lot more written content that I have not yet translated into a video. So I think I want to mention that really briefly, just in case. I have a website called Wisdom, Knowledge, and Power. I'll give you I'll paste the website into the description of the video below. But on this website, I made this I think last month. But on this website, there is one particularly useful section called deck building guides. The first couple of guides are in video form in my YouTube channel called Advanced Deck Building. But the last two is actually really useful. So for those of you who did not find me in Reddit and have never visited the site, this might be something that you want to check out, because section 2C is called the curve, and in this section, I talked about the importance of the curve. And I also provided you with some mathematical tools to calculate the probability of drawing lands. So, for example, in this particular one here, your initial draw starts with any number of lands, so it's not restricted to 2, 3, or 4 lands like you do in the redraw. And here is the probability of hitting 1 power on turn 1, 2 power on turn 2, etc. So, if you have a deck that has a whole bunch of 4 and 5 drops, like say you play a control deck and you absolutely need to play Harsh Rule on turn 5 every game to stabilize, well, the truth of the matter is, if you ran 75 cards in your deck and only 30 power sources, you will only hit 5 power on turn 5 47% of the time, which is half of your games you're going to lose because of this. Now, if you redraw, you're guaranteed 2, 3, or 4 power. So if you redrew into 2 power, the probability of you hitting 5 power on turn 5 is 75%. That means if you only play 30 power in your deck and you redraw, 33% of the time you will redraw into 2 lands. And out of those games, 1 out of 4 games you will lose because you don't get to play Harsh Rule on turn 5. Now, if you draw into 3 or 4 power, your odds are much better. If you draw into 4 power, your odds of getting a 5th power on turn 5 is 97%. So, and here I have the average of your redrawn hands. So taking into consideration you have a 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 chance of getting 2, 3, or 4 lands. This is the average probability. Turn 5, 87% to hit 5 power. So basically, if you're a Harsh Rule deck of any kind, you will get screwed 1 out of 10 games if you play 30 power sources. I've built this on an Excel spreadsheet. So and you can modify these numbers. So if you're interested, you can leave a comment in the video below with your email address. And I can send you the spreadsheet where you can just plug in any power count you like, and you can then see the probability of hitting X number of power on X turn. See, if you look at a card like Ikaria, the odds of casting Ikaria on turn 7 is only 50%, and even by turn 12, you only have a 90% chance to play Ikaria. So 1 in 10 games, you don't get to play her at all for the entire game, probably. But the other useful guide is the influence guide. And just like with the curve, I've provided you with a whole bunch of data tables that calculate the probabilities of 2 things. One, what is the probability of you drawing a specific card that requires a specific influence requirement? And then on that same turn, what is the probability of you failing to get the power that you need, the influence that you need to play that card? I know it's a mouthful, it's pretty complicated, and it's done that way because the math works out that way. So basically, how often, if you have a deck, if you had a deck of say 10 fire sigils and you have only 4 torches in your deck, what is the probability of you drawing one of those 4 torches on turn 1, and what is the probability that you don't have the fire sigil you need to play that torch on turn 1? It's like that. If you go into this deck guide, it goes into much greater detail on how to use these tables, and there's quite a few of them. Once again, this is built on an Excel spreadsheet, so if you leave a comment below, I can send you the spreadsheet for both of these data tables. And for those of you who are super OCD and want the perfect mana base and min-max your deck, you can use this to calculate the optimal proportion and split of influence in your power sources in your deck, and allow you to calculate the optimal number of power in your deck using this. So that's kind of an aside. If you're interested in those things, check it out. I will leave the website in the description. There's also like some video content, but the video content tab is not very updated, so you're better off looking for videos on YouTube. Okay, anyway, back to deck opening. I'm just gonna go through all of these cards really fast. I don't really have a lot to say about these cards. I think at this point, I might just turn on some music and stop talking and just click through these 100 packs really fast. And for those of you who are interested in this sort of thing, you can stay and listen to the music. Otherwise, I think you can just close the video at this point. All right, let me quickly go and find some non-copyrighted music so I can play it. Okay. So I am playing non-copyrighted music from a producer called Ross Budgeon. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got hundreds of songs on it, all of which are non-copyrighted, and some of those songs are quite good. So we'll just listen to his compositions. I'm going to turn up the music a little bit more so you can't hear me anymore. Actually, I think this is loud enough. So let's just click through the rest of these packs. Wait a minute, that K-Char that I got, that was a premium, wasn't it? Huh, that's nice. Lots and lots of repeats. But then again, this is a pretty small set, so you kind of expect them. We only have one legendary so far out of like 30 packs. Rate's not very good. Actually, it's more like 40 packs now that we have only gotten one legendary out of. I've gotten this Stone Scar Excavator like 10 times, right? Bartholo. So 2 legendaries out of 60 packs. So 1 every 30 pack. Hey, never mind. Another one. 2 legendaries back to back. Hey, Reality Worn. This is good. I actually want this card. So that's 4 legendaries in 80 packs. 1 every 20 pack. I don't like this. I don't like this song quite as much. Too much drums. Let's skip that song. Hey, another legendary. Wow, back to back. I like the fuse. Still, that's like 7 legendaries now. That's very good. It's like 1 out of every 15 packs. All right, and there goes the 100 odd packs. I think we got quite a few legendaries actually. In the beginning, I think we got one in like 60 packs or something ridiculous like that. And then we just got a whole bunch in a row. So I think we ended up with probably, I lost track, I got distracted. I think 9, 10 legendaries, which is almost one every 10, 15 packs, which is actually really good rates. I'm pretty happy. I got 76,000 shiftstone to play with. That's going to let me make pretty much any deck I want, or any 2, maybe 3 decks, because I'm only going to be missing a couple of the cards. I haven't gotten too many new cards. A lot of the legendaries that I received were 5th copies, but well, 3 of them were 5th copies, and some of them are not very playable, but I'm pretty happy to have gotten the Reality Wharton, and I'm pretty happy to have gotten another, I think his name is Iljin, the Armorer, the Armorsmith, the Weaponsmith. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.